The name of the program, Good Morning from Benin, and the Waka de Richie from Independent Television. This morning, I did with somebody when we will talk about one matter. The minister when we say they in charge for labor and productivity, Dr. Chris Ngige. They come and say we don't need doctors. Say doctors will get too plenty to use in word. They say they surplus. Say they surplus to use in word. Say we they surplus. And because of that, one, any person when we say want to come out, if you come out at any time. Anybody when they say yes, you won't do anything, say if you come out. Say now, according to that, it's not one of the foreign exchange earner. If you say it be to talk this matter, you can wait with the year for different places, different things. Minister say we get plenty. But for around there, we say we don't get enough doctors. So we want to look these two matters together and make we know how. But we get somebody for here, maybe say go talk to us. Dr. Valentine Omoifo, welcome to our program.
Thank
now
you
be the
much.
NMA chairman, UBTH, right?
NMA chairman, Edo State.
Sorry, don't mind me. You are considering the big well now. Yeah. They pray next one we'll go talk and we'll go through this and I say NMA chairman, NMA president, Nigeria. Now God get power. No, if I get somebody like that here now.
Yeah,
so also, you know, if you work out part, they say that should not too big for you. I will look your shoes heavy, even a big shoot.
By God's grace.
Before we will go into this matter, the minister will be say they're in charge for labor and productivity. Chris Ngige, in a doctor. Many a time they tell us we don't get enough doctors for this our country. But the minister said we get enough doctors. But before we go there, make we lead to the minister first. Make we hear what he say talk. So I make it not be like say we they put words for a mouth. My brother, make we hear what the minister talk.
Pakistanis, I'm not worried. We have surplus. If you have surplus, you export. And came by Indian teachers in my secondary school days. They are surplus in their country. We have surplus in the medical profession here. I can tell you. It's my area. We have more than enough. Quote me. We have foreign exchange earnings, not from oil. The Indians were doing it. Ceylonese, they taught me. Pakistanis, they taught my doctor in America. He has a facility in Imo State now. Has about 4 facilities in Maryland where he is practicing. And so you tell me that there's a brain drain. Yes, he has gone there. In fact, he left in the 80s, yes. We were medical school together. I know a couple of them. And they are setting up centers back home here. And in their centers, they have CAT scan, they have MRI scan, they have other scan, which even the government hospitals cannot maintain. I'm not worried. We have surplus.
You hear that's down at the minister where we say they're in charge of labor and productivity, Dr. Chris Ngige. First, we want to thank China Television because for that one we say they give us and they have for collectors in China Television. Now do it. You hear Dr. Chris Ngige? He said we get surplus. So the one we say we don't say now they can't complain for government hospital. They say they get surplus. How will one take marry these two together?
Well, Mr. Asado, thank you very much for inviting me here this morning and for bringing up this very important topical issue. So many people don't talk about this issue since the minister made that comment. But let me also say that in some quarters, the minister has actually started withdrawing his statement that he was misquoted.
Because, you say it was misquoted. Now you talk about about now. Now we play there just now.
That is the country we are in. You see, in this country, we've discovered that, say, some people, most times, when they don't do government, people don't say the truth anymore. People, they talk for political gains as they go take favor their office. Because it's a common knowledge, say, for Nigeria at present, only about 40,000 doctors now they register. For the Medical and Dental Council, say, doctors where they don't train, where they don't register with the price of this country. Out of this number, about 10 to 15,000 are not in the country. Out of the remaining ones, some day ministries, some day politics, some not even they practice medicine at all, they do business. So you can imagine how many doctors we are left with to treat close to 200 million people. And the WHO don't talk, say, ideally to have one doctor to about 600 people. So if you do the small arithmetic, you will see how many thousands of people one doctor they manage for Nigeria. So now, common knowledge, everybody know.
I never understand what you try to talk. You try to talk and say, what's Mr. Minister of Labor and Productivity, where he be saying a medical doctor, and say he talk just and say, what he talk no correct.
Now I work arithmetic for you now. Make you say answer the question by yourself.
No, sir, I don't go school now. You know, medical
if,
doctor.
I say we have just about 40,000 doctors in Nigeria registered. They don't read the book. Out of that number, about 15,000 not did the country. Out of the remaining one, some they ministries, they do paperwork. Some be politicians, they not they practice medicine. Some don't die. Their names still they register.
Some be businessmen.
Some they do other things. So you can look how many people they treat. 200 million people. That is to say, maybe like one doctor to almost 10 to 20,000 Nigerians. The country where they run, they go, UK, one doctor now to 300 people. Even better than WHO standard. So when we say some of these things, we are worried. And let me also say here that out of the few doctors where we get, many of them don't even get work. Many of them are unemployed because government not going to employ them. If you go say today now, say they want to interview for UBTH, they call for Central. Doctors will come out, you say with the fear, say,
all these
ones, they see they. So that is to say, even the few than they, no opportunity to even treat people. So that is why you will say after you go to hospital, you go wait to you say you never see doctor.
Because doctors not plenty.
They're not there.
Okay.
They're not even there. So they don't go to their clinic, they don't go there. They're not even, in fact, I wanted to refer my sister to a cardiologist, heart doctor for Central. I can't call them. I say, who do now heart doctor here? They say they don't get. So this is the system we find ourselves in this country. But let me tell you something. This why we not go fit improve, because the government don't tell us the truth most times. People in government, even the ones that are supposed to be very intelligent, they prefer to paint the story to favor their party, favor their government, to retain their office, than to think for the people. So if we continue to think like that, we'll get problem. And again, why are doctors even living in Nigeria?
That one be question when we say I want to even ask. Because if we talk say we no get, the ones when we say we can't train, we can't get. But you can drive they come out.
Now, all of us did this country. Before I come to doctors, you will notice that most Nigerians are leaving the country.
Yeah, maybe help us. Maybe they try to bring the grammar
not speaking of this. Many Nigerians, they come up for the country now. You go ask yourself, before we come to doctor side, some of us grew up for this Benin. I attended the public school in Benin. Those days, we had Indians, Ghanaians, teaching us all these sciences. Why? People they from their country come here because we get jobs, they get to pay money, they to pay them. For their own place, they not get better job, the economy not too good. They were coming here. To start with, it is normal for people to move towards better,
what now they call greener pastures.
Greener pastures. Sure, if you work for ITV now, you see, they will pay you big money for AIT, times 3. Maybe you yourself would like to go. Now, what do they say? They say, go on. Government should look at our economy is very, very bad. That is one. That is why people that come here of greener pastures before, they don't go back to their country.
They say, now we can't go
now. We can't go now. Before we reach doctors, nurses, engineers, publishers like you, journalists, all of them, they leave the country. Even those who don't even go to school, they follow Libya, they fast ground, they beg and say, come back, come back. So that is a general picture of Nigeria. It's like a mass exodus. Like I said, the economy is becoming too bad. Our government is not doing enough to rectify it. That is one. Now for doctors, apart from the economy where they bad, they say, waiting they will pay you here. Now peanuts compared to what they pay your colleagues, where they do the same work for other places.
Maybe even lesser
work.
Even
lesser work, because you see the kind of talk now. Say here, one doctor will treat like
6,000.
Beautiful. There you go treat just few. They will pay you bigger money. I'm sure many people will encourage their brother to even go if you see work. 2, even here where we dey, those days people they tell their children say read medicine, read engineering, na professional work, you go get work. But today, what do we find? Many of our members they do not get work. You go finish trade picking, you read medicine finish, even house job saved. So go dey house 2 years, they never see where do house job. They finish that one to do residency, no space. Even if you finish residency to get job as a consultant, nowhere. So you now have a lot of doctors unemployed. In this country, that we don't have enough doctors treating our people.
But Mr. Minister talk and just say, if you look at these people, they go they bring foreign exchange they come. The people say they export some things, then they bring money, they come to improve the economy. How you wanted to marry these two together? Then later we say, tell me now, say the economy not still go up, or the money when they bring when they come.
You know, say, it don't take away with this foreign exchange matter. It get one time for Benin, before our governor come begin fight this human trafficking. Yeah. Many people also tell you that our people go to Italy to do politician, they bring money, foreign exchange. We should not try and they paint bad thing as saying a good thing. Okay. You know, like I just tell you now, we'll not get doctors to treat our people. The ones that even day here, whenever see chance come up, go find work. Government, they don't employ them. Okay. You know, so the doctors are in a terrible situation, even though they have been trained. Now the ones that they work, they don't get, you know, facilities to work with. The doctor's job is to save lives. We are very happy when we are able to save lives. If one of patient die, it pain us very well. You discover, say, you they treat people, even when they work, you don't get the things to use to work. You can watch your patient say, just they die for your presence. Do they try? They
because you don't get equipment to
use. So that job satisfaction, say, you know, even country for many of the doctors say they practice for here. You know, and apart from that, insecurity is another big problem in this country. You get one time where they kidnap doctors. Kidnap doctors. You see sometimes NMA will begin protest, go police station, go government house, maybe they leave doctor because the office they doctor, they get money. You know, maybe you don't work, finish your, I don't know, because they can't carry a proof of books, say, bring money, come. It was so bad in the country at the time. So even when they work, you're not even safe. So why would anybody want to stay in that? If you get another opportunity to stay for a place where you're not even sure, say, you will feel working for road the next day. Now we're in a country where, not too long ago, a sitting governor was crying that in fact, he has resigned himself to fate. Him and his citizens, they are all waiting for him to come and kill them. So you can imagine the level of insecurity where we get. And at that time, many of us did not feel that the government of the day was doing enough, you know, to tackle those problems.
Okay, you know, all these problems are things that when you say you don't see, they fight. If they make them like a doctor, they run, they come out.
You never finish, you.
I know, some of the things when you say you don't talk, I know there are plenty. All this matter when you say you don't raise, so you know they're possible. Especially whether we like them or not, as the NMA chairman for those states. Time they I see they do meeting for NMA national level. You understand? I know the possible say national and the rest of that. Now meet with the present administration then say this now the problem when basically we get. So we go fit know how to tackle it. Because if they hear now they watch, they tell me now later must I do they tell people when say they watch. They go tell you say you never make an official and the rest. So what can they do for that direction to make sure say yes, say government know of all this now pain so that they go through. And go now they address them.
You see, we are the enemy, both state and national. We have been engaging the government on these matters. You know, the national president of NMA had even paid the courtry call to the president.
Maybe I go congratulate her now.
No.
They win an election that time.
No, not election.
Okay.
The issue, the occasion was to discuss.
Bring the grammar content.
You know, the problem with the health sector and the way forward. Even during the election again, the NMA presented a paper to the booth or the kind. They say this is what we expect in the health sector. Thomas, let me tell you that about 16 years ago, for instance, African heads of state met in Abuja. You know, to discuss how they carry the health of Africans forward. And they decide to make every country, they spend at least 15% of the annual budget on health of people, but health the wealth. I can assure you, say, since that time, 16 years ago, that Abuja declaration, Nigeria government never spent up to over 5%. The highest we spent on health per annum is even 5%, and it's about, you know, 5 years ago. Most time we budget 2%, 3%. So there is gross underfunding.
No. They are waiting their budgets or they are waiting they spend.
Waiting their budget. They even budget 15% first. They never even bring budget.
No, because waiting they spend. Because if the government will come now and say even if they are for 15% budget, no one will go budget 50%. No, all budget 50%. At the end of the day, no release up to 2%.
Is that they should spend 15% on health.
Okay.
I say we never even spend up close to more than 3%, 2%. Now the battle with for Nigeria. So there is gross underfunding of the health sector. We have been battling with government on this issue. At every opportunity, we raise them up. Even if you listen closely, last week or so, the president was seen on air. You know, they are always these people, but our people know they like to this thing. But I think there are more political reasons why the government is not able to, the political will, according to Igbo, is lacking on the side of the government. And that is the main problem we are having. This underfunding is a major thing. I can tell you today, say for this whole Edo state, MRI itself, now the private hospital itself, Lily, now one kind of test, they take the check, if it gets some kind of injury and all that. Yes. I say private hospital, Lily, now they get about the whole Edo state. I will get 2 teaching hospitals for Edo state. Will be high specialist hospital. So that will tell you the level, when government they take health. So when they not spend money to buy equipment to do things, so you can imagine what would they now spend to even pay people, even take people into the job. So when I want to be media, when I still continue to jealous the crowd of government that the people need health is essential. I'm not sure
say the cry go party someone be say we do so now. Because now when I get this thing, I will say waiting Mr. Talk say yes, say when I just they run they come out when we get surplus. And now they complain say yes, say we not get. So that make us say okay, make we ask you upon the surplus when we say a day now how come people go just do surgery from morning to night and at the end of the day we come here say the person still come fall. You understand? Because of the workload when we say you do. I remember I told me they talk for telephone yesterday. You say you don't do for surgery since so. You understand? So now you they come out. Before you even enter here now, you say you don't go believe say yes until around 6:30 in the evening. Now you say yes, say you now you take eat morning food. But I can't they ask you now, why only you go give all the work to yourself like that? What will get surplus?
So now be the problem. The doctors are not there. The minister said, let's say you don't see take when he come up for inside practice. You don't take politics in country for some time. So maybe he not fit to remember again. Maybe that time when he did better because this problem they get worse every day. Okay. It's getting worse.
So by application, you try to tell me now say in case I sick now, Dr. Gige say one treatment, I cannot go meet him.
Well, you say a doctor is sitting.
You say maybe don't take away practice.
But I mean say, so when you work now, as you day here, you know how many people in a day when I take the work. You know what you don't have plenty reach. If you come up for here now, say maybe like 10, 15 years, if you don't remember, maybe that time, say if you will remain for here, if you don't feel well, so if you don't come on, you don't know how many people remain for here exactly. So if you talk some kind of thing, say, for ITV, we get staff well. And that kind of thing, if you don't see happen to our government minister.
Okay, but make we calm down small. One thing when you say this exodus, to use your words, the people they work out, they move from here, they go that side. Both doctors, engineers, you call many of them just now. But not believe that's how they get the exodus. People see they move. You understand? They go abroad, go they take treatment and the rest of that. People will fear afford them. You don't understand? You can say, now because they don't get trust for here, I be like, what did they cost that one?
2 things there. One, many people not get a lot of faith, for our health sector.
So by application, because they don't go to what?
Because they serve the see within they happen.
Okay.
This is where they talk. So many Nigerians know, for instance, if you go hospital now, maybe you go central hospital, you wait for morning till maybe till afternoon. Even you be teach, you want to antenatal. If you go there sometimes, if you go in the morning, before you go reach your turn, they use evening. So this is what people they see. Maybe they say they want to do one test now, they say the machine not there here. Make you go Abuja, go do one. People they see these things, that they know say like these people they're not too strong for equipment to, they're not too get it. So those people feel further, they will not really want to live. And apart from that, we not really get some of this equipment. We serve at times they refer people go out, go do what we will not fit do. And why is this so? Again, the government gets role to play. You go to call state some time ago, one of my colleagues for UBTH here, they do stem cell transplant. Everybody call it clap. That was the first one they don't do, Dr. Bazwa, yes. That was the first one they don't do for the whole West Africa. My brother, like say, government people want for their back, they maintain such things. By now, people they see for they come for other countries, come here, come to stem cell. But I can assure you, say if you go UBTH now, that center is not working. It has packed up due to poor management. And if that center has packed up, when that thing happens, government know, minister day for head, they know that everybody clap hand. Why nobody ask, say, this one center, why not they work again? Nobody is interested. But then I'm funding cost to buy equipment to train manpower because that man is not going abroad, go train. What is really the problem? So if you look at our whole system, nobody is interested in whether it's working or it's not working. And people know say all this problem there. Nobody here to hear say for hospital clinic, our president wife say they don't even get a syringe.
So they don't get syringe.
So they know that these things are not there. So those that can afford it, naturally will want to go abroad. You know, Nigeria is losing money, about 20 billion annually for this, what they call tourism.
Okay, medical.
People they carry money abroad, they
medical
go
tourism, right.
India, where would they rush go? Now, third world country like ourselves. Why would not we develop our own medicine? And if you go to India now, they have good private practice. If you set up private hospital for our country here, the tax where they go put for your head to pay, say, you don't go buy equipment. So government should be able to moderate these things in health. You know, in those countries, they give health practitioners access to capital. If you take loan, you will pay interest small, so that you can build.
You don't even know whether you don't pay interest.
But our doctors here don't have this ability. Why would they not want to pay away? If you say me open one small clinic now, let me tell you something. We say doctors don't get work. If they close down all the private hospitals, you can imagine how many more doctors don't go get work. So even though doctors here are still struggling, doing their best, but the system is not, you know, is not encouraging them. That is why it's many of them they like.
Before I go let you come out, and I know you get many things to do this morning. Out of a busy schedule, I will drag you come here now. What do you feel say be the way out of all this wahala? So at least you could tell Mr. Minister, say yes, what you talk. Like with your analysis, everything you don't talk now, don't show say yes, what Mr. Minister talk. That's not too correct. We're not just say no correct too, but that's not too correct like that. And all that. So what do we go do to address some of this, most of these problems?
Well, thank you very much once again. You know, like we don't talk, we don't itemize the problems. One, government should do its best to put in more funds into the economy, you know, so that the economy go move. Who depend on get small money, we will reach out and buy things. Everybody go do. Let me tell you something. Nobody likes to leave this country. Before I go to your question, many doctors they come out to go practice abroad. They go through a hell of a time. Because every country gets their own law. For some of them, they have to go and start afresh again. They study so many things for like 1-2 years before they even begin to work. For some of them, they have to go and start writing series of exams again. Like they go school all over. There are some who have left here who could never continue practicing because of the rigors. They have to enter other professions, other things they do. So nobody really likes to leave his homeland and go and be, you know, a stranger somewhere, there's no family. Now the circumstance, they push people. If government can make our system work, you know, the economy is booming again, gradually it will pick up. Then money they did the system, even though you have small money, you have purchasing power, you buy things. They can work on the security aspect. You are sure nobody is going to come and kidnap you, you know. And then we get many hospitals here, we don't get manpower. Government should employ people. Work on the remuneration. Like for instance, I tell you, the doctor's hospital allowance is 5,000 naira per month. The same as that of the cleaner, the same as that of the nurse, other allowance. But the teacher in university, other allowance is very big. So there are a lot of things where they look say, what would they do for here? Make I find where better day. So if the government can work on these things, upgrade more centers, more hospitals. You talk one day for your program. I was watching your ITV. You showed one hospital for one area.
Okay, for
Otuo. That was equipped.
Otuo, right.
Otuo, equipped to the call. When I watched that program, I almost wept. Equipped to the call. Ambulance, 24 hours, power supply, everything. Yet no personnel. Yet we say doctors are unemployed. There are nurses who are jobless. So these are the things we are talking about. Government needs to wake up, you know, and have that political will to do the right thing. I can show you, nobody likes to leave this country and go and be a stranger. One of the days I think one story. One time I traveled out of this country on a conference. I was hurrying to come back. My visa never even expired. I don't feel chop the food they chop for Austria. I was hurrying to come back.
They can't get culture shock there.
Yeah, so many people not even like to go outside, go stay, because the environment, not everybody they adjust to environment quickly, but people are now being forced. So if government do some of these basic things, we are happy. I can assure you doctors will stay here. Bring in the equipment, we have things to work with. Some of us are into rare areas, we manage cancers, blood cancers and all that. You just see a patient, they look and you make diagnosis, you yourself begin cry. Because not this man will just die for your hand. You don't even have the drugs, you don't even have the equipment to continue to treat. Nobody wants to practice that kind of medicine. So these are ways the government can help the doctors to remain. And I can assure you, not only doctors, other professionals will also remain in the country. All of us will build the country together.
Dr. Val Omoifo, NMA Chairman, I say thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me.
And I know say, say they don't say, I'm saying the things they won't be say we don't talk. And I know say government go put hand. Dr. Val, they don't tell us say they won't be say federal government talk. The minister talk, not be say no correct, say, but you know stand where, you know correct way like that. And don't let us know say these things they will change and tell us the way to go in order to be able to make Nigeria a better country, especially for the health sector. We'll take a small break. We'll come back continue for where we say we start the program and government from Benin. Don't go anywhere. Because many matters they don't be say we will still talk. Stay with us.